Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Another week, another recipe. My name is Ricardo. If you don't know me, I'm one of the corporate chefs in UNOX. Today, again, once again, because it's been now 3-4 months that we've been doing these videos. Once again, another recipe, a new recipe. We moved away from what was probably the beginning of this video, so like traditional Italian cuisine. In our last recipes, you already seen something a little bit more international. And today, as you can see, we have a lot of bananas. Okay, we have flour, we have sugar, we have eggs. So we're gonna make banana bread. Banana bread, which is for me one of the most versatile. I wouldn't call it dessert, but elements, in a kitchen, because it gives you the possibility to offer breakfast, to use, bananas which are too mature, too ripe, so you can easily, make a batch of banana bread. And today we will see you can put inside, few different ingredients which are normally part of every kitchen, part of every dry store. So just to twist your banana bread a little bit. Okay, we were lucky enough to find bananas. Okay, so we got our bananas. For all the ingredients, for all the quantities, I suggest you to send an email at cooking.support@unox.com, and we will give you every single recipe, quantities, because even for me now to remember every single thing, it's a bit difficult. There's many ingredients. So what do we need to do to start? To start this recipe. So first of all, I have a mixer here next to my table. We have to puree the bananas, and the way I will do it, the way I will mix, the dough, the banana bread. It's probably a little bit strange for you, so I will explain you. I will, take you through every single step I will do. And I also have some little, let's say, tricks, some little advice to probably improve your banana bread if you ever will make one. Okay, so I have my mixer already set. Before starting with the bananas, I almost forgot. I have here 2 black 20 trays. Okay, I just put it here under camera because first of all I have to toast. Okay, I use this, let's say I use this time before making the banana bread. I use this little bit of time I have to toast some hazelnuts and to toast some almonds, shaved almonds. Okay. Now we go in the oven. I'll show you which program we will use. So the oven is already working, is already hot. I also have a Fakiro grill inside. Now I open the door so you can see. I have a Fakiro grill, which I will use it later to toast my banana bread once it's cooked. Now I stop the program and we will go into multi-time, on my multi-times. I call it nuts. We see what temperature we work in. So 165, 100% of extraction of the humidity, fan speed number 4. I press start. Now the oven is already hot. And we will see now what we will find. I saved 2 programs, so almonds and hazelnuts. Basically, multi-time, we can cook multiple products, we can cook different products following the same climate conditions we have in the cooking chamber. So for these 2, we work 165 degrees, 100% of extraction. I already saved the program, so I have 3 minutes for the almonds, which are, really small, thin, and 5 minutes for the hazelnuts. So now I just have to insert my hazelnut, my trays. So hazelnut in, almonds in. Now, one timer for almonds on top and one timer for hazelnuts underneath. Okay, yellow light for almonds because it takes only 3 minutes, so it will be the first item, the first tray to extract from my oven. Red light for almonds, which is obviously the second one. I haven't done any other nuts, but you know, if you have 10 different type of nuts, you know, you can load oven full of different, you know, nuts, different timings. Okay, this is the first, let's say, part of the banana bread. And now probably the most, okay, messy part of this video. So I put a pair of gloves because I'm working with bananas. They're really sweet as well. So now I'm gonna puree a few bananas. I also have a scale in front of me because I need the bananas. I remember the quantity, so I don't really remember exactly how much I have of everything, but I do remember the bananas because I have to weight the exact puree. So here we're talking about, it's around 150 grams each bananas. For one batch, okay, I show you also the tray we will use today, the mold. We'll use these molds. So for one batch, for one mold, we are talking about 230 grams of banana puree. Okay, so I probably need 8, 9 bananas, I would say. So banana bread, as I was telling you, in many places is served as breakfast, but I also seen it, you know, in the afternoon, like afternoon tea, you know, a slice of nice toasted banana bread. I've seen it, so you know, it's that's why I said it's very versatile as for your production, for your restaurant, you know. Okay, probably 2 more bananas and we are good to go. Let me grab these bananas. Okay, my oven also is calling me. So these are the almonds. Okay, and I put them straight back on my shelf. So they're good to go for later because I don't need them now, I need them later on. Okay, here we close the mixer. I'm working at a medium power, so not full power, because otherwise the bananas will melt, okay, will puree too fast. So I have a medium speed. And now we just need to wait until we have a nice puree, until we don't have any bits of bananas. This is how I like it. You know, if you like bananas, many places they do it with a fork, you know, to keep the bananas, to give a little bite in the banana. Personally, and today also, we do it, you know, like a nice and smooth puree. Okay, here a few more seconds and we are good to go. Now I can imagine the almonds, the hazelnuts also are almost ready, so I will wait until they are ready. And I also tell you right now, you see I'm doing one job. I have the oven with no issues, you know, without looking, I have my timers, you know, I just have to extract everything, you know, when the oven calls me. So it's really easy and really useful technology, really useful program to use. Okay, so bowl, I turn on my scale. So as I said, 230 grams of banana puree times 6, because we will make 6 of these molds today. Okay, before doing the bananas, I grab my hazelnuts as well. And I put them in my shelf. Good to go for later. Okay. So I need 1 kilo and 380 grams of banana puree. Now you see how smooth it is. This is how it should look like. So we reached. Perfect. This one is the right. I'm 20 grams less, but you know, once I clean the container, perfect. 1 kilo and 380 grams of banana puree. Perfect. Put this one back. Okay, I get rid of this one. I will need the scale later because I will make a big batch, and then I will divide it into the 6 different molds, because I will do some with hazelnuts and dark chocolate chips. I will do 2 molds with almonds and white chocolate chips, and I will do 2 molds with coffee. So I have some espresso already there, nice and strong. So I will make, that's another, let's say, flavor for our banana bread. Okay, now, what I do, and this is what I told you earlier, you know, it's a different way of doing it, or making it. I always like to mix liquid, okay? So in this case, we have eggs, we have melted butter, we have yogurt, and of course, the banana puree. So, in one bowl, mix the liquid, okay? And in the other bowl, mix the dry. Now, why, as I said, why it sounds a little bit weird? Because normally we are used to mix eggs and sugar, you know, or to mix butter with sugar. But in this case, because I'm using brown sugar, I want to keep the grain, okay? I want to keep it whole, because once we're gonna toast it, once we're gonna use our fakiro just to seal off both sides, you will see with the whole sugar, the caramelization will be so much better, okay? So for me, this is a good way of making banana bread. So I've got the eggs, I've got the banana puree, white yogurt, just plain white yogurt. Perfect. And melted butter. So I start mixing because otherwise it's too much later. And I'm doing everything by hand so you can see as well. You know, I'm not using a mixer, but of course, if you want, just use a mixer. But this is a really fast, okay, really quick mix. So even if you have a big batch, just, you know, as an advice, I just tell you to use your hand, use a whisk. Okay, butter in. Perfect. And instead of butter, of course, you can use vegetable oil. Instead of the classic, you know, 00 flour, you can use almond meal, you can use coconut flour, you know. It's up to you. If you have gluten intolerance, you know, you can just decide to whatever, you know, flour you want to use. Or if you have, you know, dairy intolerance, you can use olive oil, vegetable oil, which is probably a bit lighter than butter. So I have my mix with the liquid, with the moist ingredients. In the other bowl, okay, I put flour and put it here, sugar, and baking powder, okay? Baking powder which I sift, because I can see has a lot of lumps inside, so I just sift the baking powder. Here we're talking about 90 grams of baking powder, okay? So 15 grams for each mold. Okay, good to go. Now I mix just a little bit, you know, just to give some uniformity to my mix. Here the flour, sugar, oops, and baking powder. Okay. Now I just clean myself because I made a mess. Okay, and now I just have to mix, you know, the two ingredients. So I always pour the dry into the liquid. Okay, hopefully the bowl is big enough. Now we will see. We'll see soon if it's big enough. Otherwise, I just divide it into two, which is probably better. And with a spoon, I just mix it. Here, there's no. I'm not folding it, you know. I'm just mixing, you know, as it is, my banana bread mix. Okay, I think the bowl is big enough, so probably if you do it, you know, a bigger bowl, I advise you to use it because I'm just under the limit. Okay, so it's okay. In this case, forgive me, but this is what I found. Okay, so the last bit of the mix of the dry ingredients. Okay. And this is our mix for the banana bread. So bananas will definitely give sweetness to the mixture. The brown sugar, which yes is sweet, but gives that rustic flavor, you know. The two of them, you know, work perfectly combined. I mean, you can combine them, the two of them, and trust me, is a really, really great combination. And also, these are all ingredients which are, you know, normally, as I said, part of the kitchen because we have flour, we have eggs, we have, you know, butter. So if you have bananas which you don't use or which, you know, you see that they are going too far, okay, just use them for this beautiful banana bread. Okay, so now everything is melted. Okay, we have our mixer. This is how it should look like. So not too liquid, you know, not too moist, nice and hard. And now what I have to do is divide or separate in 3 different bowls this mixture, because I will, as I said, 2 molds with one flavor, another 2 molds with another flavor, and the last one will be with espresso coffee. So 1, 2, and 3. I clean here a little bit. Okay. Grab my scale And now I have to do something which I've never done before. I ask gently to my assistant a ladle, a big ladle, so I can pour my mix into the bowl. We see if someone can bring it. Just a big ladle, I can see it from there. Perfect. Here we are, our assistant always ready to help us out. Okay, now I have to divide the mixture. I already done the quantities. So 1 kilo and 900 grams in each bowl. Okay, perfect, good to go. So I have my 3 different mix, okay, my 3 different bowls. Now I just have to finish the mix. Okay, so chocolate, dark chocolate chips, white chocolate chips, espresso coffee, hazelnuts, which I pour inside already, almonds, which I will combine and which I will use with the white chocolate chips, and the espresso coffee. Just need to pour it in. Okay. Now here is just a matter of mixing the ingredients, you know, the mix is already done. We just had to combine the chocolate chips and the hazelnuts. Same thing here. Oops. Very messy today, sorry. I don't know what's happening to me, but probably it's the weekend. Okay. And the last one with coffee. Perfect. Okay, so good to go. 3 different flavors, okay. Now I just clean here because, as I said, I made a mess. And I also have ready my molds. Okay, so 6 molds. The tray I will use, okay, follow bake, so nice and thin. There's a circulation of the air because it's got holes underneath. So as a support of my molds, you know, this was for me the best option. You can use also steam trays, okay, everything that gives you the opportunity to have air circulation in the cooking chamber. Okay, so now, because I've seen that it's a really messy day for me, okay, I will put the mix into I will take a break, put the mix into my molds, and I'll see you, you know, in a second for you when the molds basically are ready to go in the oven. So just please wait 1 second and I'll be back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So I've done my molds, so coffee, white chocolate and almonds, hazelnuts, and dark chocolate chips. So ready to go. Now we go to the oven, okay, and we see what will be the cooking program. So I turn off the oven because I always keep it hot. Okay, I already saved the program, so I'm gonna go through my groups. Okay, banana bread. We will see it together, starting from the preheating. So preheating at 220, because I know it's a big load. Okay, not that big probably, but we'll definitely lose some temperature. So high preheating, and then a first step. Okay, 20 minutes. 165 degrees with no humidity and no extraction. Fan speed number 2, so a really low fan, which gives us the opportunity to our bread, you know, to our banana bread to rise up nice and even, to rise up also nice and smooth, nice and slow, and without, you know, a really strong fan, we won't have a I wouldn't say top burnt top, but we will not have a really golden top. So we're gonna discover the second part of the cooking program. Okay, 30 minutes, lower temperature, so 155 degrees. And now, yes, I put 50% of extraction. And now fan speed number 4. So once they rise up, once they puff up, we can also take our fan a little bit higher. Okay, so now, because the oven was already hot, is ready to go to start my program. Okay, so I open the oven. You see, in this operation, we normally lose time, okay? And losing time means losing also temperature. So that's why I work with a manual preheating at 220 degrees. Okay, I close the door. Perfect, 50 minutes. So that's my cooking time for the banana bread. I already took out some red fruits, as you can see. So this will be for later, for our plating. And now for me, basically, I'm done. You just have to wait the usual second, okay? So in a really 1 second, we'll be ready and we will see the result. So just wait for that. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 50 seconds, okay? 50 seconds, and our banana bread will come out from the oven. So now I already set up for, as I said earlier, for what will be the plating, basically. I also got myself some natural grit, okay? I will need them to put my banana bread once it's cooked, once it's baked. And now, to be a little bit quicker, I will put it in the blast chiller so I can, you know, do the videos, finish the videos in a few minutes. But as a, let's say, advice, you know, if you leave it outside at room temperature, that would be better. and then you portion it, and then yes, you can put it in the fridge. In this case, you know, unfortunately for timing matters, I have to speed up, let's say, the process. Okay, so the oven now is calling me. We just have to open the door, and we start from the top, which was the dark chocolate and hazelnuts. And then we go with the almonds. I put it here, and white chocolate chips. And last one but not least, the coffee, let's say coffee flavored banana bread. Okay? Perfect. So they came up, you know, they rise up. They have a nice color. I can see they have a nice color. This is thanks to dry maxi, okay? Thanks to the extraction of humidity. So nice color. Definitely the first step with fan number 2 helped not just, you know, the raising up of the banana bread, but also the cooking, the baking as of the banana bread itself. Okay, so now I have to be really delicate and careful because the trays are really hot. The molds as well are really hot. Okay, so I move this one here. Try to have some space to work on. Okay, so I have the 2 coffee here, white chocolate on the other side. And now I just help myself with a spatula. So the molds were already floured and buttered, so they, I'm sure they didn't stick to the tray. Perfect. So I put it on my natural grid, okay, and then it will go in the blast chiller. So just to, as I said, speed up the process. So 1. Now this operation is really, I wouldn't say dangerous, but the banana bread is really hot, so and if you have these molds, this is probably the best shape you can give to your banana bread. But of course, if you want to make it like a donut, you know, you can do it. If you want to give another shape, you definitely can do it. But just because it's banana bread, you know, in this way it has also the shape of a slice, you know, of bread. Okay, so the chocolate, I just keep the same order. So dark chocolate on top. Now, so once it's cold, I will show you under the camera because it's really, really nice. For now, you just have to wait. We just have to wait a little bit longer. Okay. It's really hot. So the coffee. So coffee banana bread. I can also smell the coffee because it's a really strong espresso shot. Okay, so just 1 shot, but really strong. But yes, I can smell the coffee. So really good result. Okay. Now once again my towel because it's really hot. Et voilà. Done. Okay, so the last two going in. So I have my 6 loaves of banana bread. Now, just give me a few minutes. For you, it's always 1 second. Few minutes, and we will plate. I will cut one in half so you can see also inside. So it's just a matter of waiting, please. 1 second. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now the banana bread has cooled down a little bit. We go and see the result. So I start from the top. It was dark chocolate, white chocolate, and the espresso banana bread, okay? I get myself a pair of gloves. So I mentioned earlier, I have a Fakiro grill in the oven, okay? So the oven is going, has a program on, 200 degrees, which is, it could be higher, you know, but 200 degrees for a really delicate product, it's is enough as a temperature. So I will slice, I will do 2 slices, okay, 1 for each, should be enough. Okay, so 1. Obviously, I take the top part away because I will do a nice plate and they don't look really nice. They're really good, but for plating, they're not really nice. Okay, I got the white chocolate. And last one, the one with coffee. Okay, so as I promised earlier, sorry, I was almost forgetting about this. So I slice one in half and we see the inside, okay? So banana bread, nice and moist, okay? Because there's yogurt, there's butter, there's eggs. So nice and moist. This is how it should be, because this one is really how it should be, nice and moist. Okay, so now we have our slices here. I'm gonna leave the 3 loaves on the side. Okay, so again, I put the bread. I have a knob of butter because banana bread has to be done with butter. If you, of course, if you are dairy intolerant, just, you know, go for a vegetable oil, okay? But for toasting, if you go with butter, will give a really nice, apart from flavor, but also a nice color, okay? So, okay, so butter both sides of the banana bread. Okay. And now we go to see the, I clean the chopping board first, so I can use it for the fruit later. Now we go to the oven. I saved a program, okay, for toasting banana bread. So the oven is, I kept it hot, obviously. We go into my programs, okay. I will find the group where I saved banana bread, almonds, hazelnuts, and I saved the program for toast bread, okay. So I press start. Okay, we can start the cooking process. Okay, close the door. Now the program has started. Here it says 1 minute and 10 seconds, okay? But there's 2 steps, and there's also a the alarm, okay, has a green light. So what I've done, because I wanted to use a program, I wanted to use time, okay? I didn't want to go, yes, few seconds less, few seconds more. I saved the program, I put the alarm, so in 14 seconds, you know, the oven will, let's say, tell me that I have to act, I have to do something, okay? In this case, in the two steps, between the two steps, I place this alarm, which you can hear right now, okay? And the oven is telling me flip bread. So what I have to do is open the door, flip the bread, okay? That's it, close the door, and the oven will keep going for the rest of the cooking process. So, you know, like really easy. It will definitely help you if you have to. In this case, it's a really short cooking process. But if you have tuna, if you have a pizza, you know, and you want to put mozzarella and just keep the same program, you know, put the alarm, put the mozzarella, and the pizza, you know, follows just one cooking process. Okay, I also have some hazelnuts, nice and toasted. I also chopped them a little bit, so just for a little bit of garnish for our banana bread. So now I have a green light, okay. I can take my banana bread. Perfect. Okay, so this is how I want it, you know, the banana bread toasted, okay? So don't want to go too strong, has already a nice crust, okay? So I didn't want to go too strong. So we can see on both sides, okay? So nice and toasted. And now it's just a matter of basically plating, you know, our banana bread. So I have a plate here with some whipped cream and some apricot jam, just to go a bit away from red fruits, okay? I move also my chopping board so I can leave the plate here under the camera. I start placing my beautiful slices of banana bread, okay? Now, what I also like on the banana bread, it's a little bit of honey. So just to give that, you know, shiny effect to our banana bread. If you have maple syrup, just go for that. In this case, honey is also really good. So sweetness, you know, nice and shiny, brilliant. And now it's just basically a matter of, you know, placing a little bit of fruit, so fresh fruit. I also have to ask again my colleague a little small knife so I'm able to slice the strawberries. So fresh fruit, which always works nice, you know, with banana bread, and also it's a good option, you know, if you want a nice and fresh breakfast. Okay, so I got my strawberries, I got my blueberries. This is basically up to you, you know, you can just twist around your way of plating it. Got some currant as well. Raspberries. I will leave the nice marks, okay, the nice toasting of the bread here so we can see it. Maybe I just put some icing sugar just to cover it, but okay. Few toasted hazelnuts on top and around the plate. Perfect. Few leaves of mint, so it gives a nice green color. Okay. What else? Icing sugar. So this is basically the end, okay, of our banana bread. Perfect. So move this one around so you can see. Okay, banana bread, you have seen it, 3 different flavors, okay? Nice and easy to cook because you have seen it. If you, again, recipes, quantities, cooking programs, just write an email at cooking.support@unox.com. We will answer you. Okay, now you just have to enjoy this beautiful banana bread. Thank you.